everybody, this is Dr. Dain again. Welcome to this special installment of the Tour of Consciousness. It is a great pleasure to be with you. I'd like to talk to you about something that I like to call the kingdom of we. Now, I'm not actually the one who came up with that term. It was my best friend Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. But it's the kingdom of we is, in a sense, in contrast to the kingdom of me that most of us have grown up thinking we had to try to be successful in that never worked for us. The kingdom of we is where everyone else is included and no one and nothing else is judged. In essence, it's functioning from the consciousness that creates an awareness that we're all interconnected and we're all included. Part of what I wanted to talk to you about today on this special installment of the Tour of Consciousness is actually creating your future. Well, on the last installment, I talked about the shooting that just occurred in the school. Well, part of what I'd like to present to you is the possibility that you truly are crucial to the possibilities of this world. I know for some of you I say that, and I know some of you somewhere in your world you know it, and yet you've been denying it so long because you think, me, little old me, you know, what could I contribute to the world? Well, look, what if you looked at it this way? Okay, there are millions of, actually billions of us on the planet, and rather than looking for those 5 or 6 people who are out there who have really big names, you know, the Oprahs and the Chopras and the Canfields and all those people, you know what? They're doing what they're doing. The world is changing, but do you realize how much greater it would be if we had millions and billions of us choosing something greater? So for example, in the example with the school shooting, do you realize that if enough of us choose to have a different point of view and a different awareness, and are willing to consider the possibility that it's actually a wake-up call to consciousness, do you realize that you'd actually start to become like the 100th monkey, where you would actually create the groundswell, where everybody else would be able to get swept up in the possibilities and the possibilities for consciousness and the possibilities for creating a different reality, rather than the trauma and drama that keeps us in the wrongness and the badness and everything that's not possible in this reality. What if that is an integral part of creating your future that's actually the creation of our future? So ask this, if I were truly creating my life, my reality, and my future as part of the kingdom of we, what would I choose and demand of me? Notice it rhymes, that way hopefully you remember it so you ask it again, okay? If I were truly creating my life, my reality, and my future from the kingdom of we, what would I choose to demand of me? And now the process part, everything that doesn't allow that to show up. See, the thing I love about this processing is you can ask that question, it opens up possibilities and you're like, yes. And then a lot of times right behind that is the reasons why we can't and the fact that we can't and all the things that we can't. That's what the processing does, is it undoes the can't part of anything you ask for. If you were truly creating your life, your reality, and your future from the kingdom of we, what would you demand? What choice would you demand of thee? Everything that doesn't allow it, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9, shorts, boys and meons. What if your future and creating your future were literally about creating the future that changes our world for us all? What if you're included in all of us, and what if it's your choice that makes the difference in how we can all function and how we can all be? Okay, so I just realized that some of you have no idea what a 100th monkey is. Well, there was this study done where these scientists were studying these monkeys on islands that were actually separated by water. They had no capacity to swim back and forth. And what happened was they would drop the food on the islands from helicopters, they would break, and the monkeys would eat the food that came out of these broken boxes. And so one monkey on one island went, you know what? Dirty food kind of sucks. So he went and washed his food. And he showed all the monkeys on his island how to do it. Well, when they got to the 100th monkey on that particular island, all the monkeys on all the islands simultaneously started washing their food. What if you are the 100th monkey that consciousness requires to change the world? And remember the Access Consciousness definition, if you will, or description of consciousness? It's where everything exists and nothing is judged. Does that sound like a world you'd like to live in? Well, let me present to you the possibility that you are integral to creating that world. You are integral to creating that world. I gotta tell you, okay, 12 years ago, 12 years ago, I was like you. I was sitting there and I wish they had videos like this at the time, which is why I do this thing, by the way, which is why I make it free so you can have it and so you can have these tools. But I was sitting there and I was reading as many books as I could, and I was doing as many seminars as I could, not thinking that I had any contribution to be to the world. That's where I was 12 years ago. So please, 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 if I can be any inspiration or any invitation to you, please know that you are a gift that this world requires. Everything that doesn't allow you to know it, times a godzillion, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that doesn't allow you to embrace it and actually enjoy it, will you destroy and create it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. And everything that doesn't allow you to realize that realizing that about you is the key, the missing element, and the missing link to creating the life, the living, the reality, and future you truly desire, will you destroy and create it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. Thank you, beautiful people. I look forward to next time. Bye.